Are you feeling uncertain about your life today? You can find peace in uncertainty, and I'm going to show you how. The best way for me to start this is to consider the Christian holiday called Good Friday. There was never a more uncertain day than Good Friday. A terrible day for Jesus and his disciples, but it's now redeemed and called good. Do you feel uncertain about something today? God plans to use it for your good. So I want to show you how to handle uncertainty without anxiety. Stick with me for a few minutes, and I'll show you a principle that will guide you and guard your heart with peace, no matter how unknown tomorrow is, and no matter how unsettled you feel right now. Believe me, I've been there. As a person with terminal brain cancer, I deal with uncertainty daily, and I've found a way to move forward with peace. If I can do it, you can do it. Scanziety? Have you ever heard of it? It's what cancer patients like myself have to deal with every time we get an MRI scan that tests for new tumors. Every scan creates anxiety, Scanziety. And I know that there's reoccurring things in your life that create anxiety. And I know that it's possible to move past anxiety and walk with authentic courage. Here's how it works for me, and how the principle can work for you. So every 4 months, I go in for an MRI test to see if any new tumors have formed in my brain. Literally every 4 months, I may be told that I only have 9 months to live. And every time I go in for a scan, I feel anxious because the neuro-oncologists expect to see new tumors. Let me say that again. My neuro-oncologists expect to see new tumors. They know that it's possible that there won't be any new tumors, but it's not probable. They've seen enough to know that a good outcome is possible, but not probable. When I go in for the test, I flip that attitude. With Jesus by my side, it's possible that I'm going to get bad news, but it's not probable. Doctors think that good news is possible, but not probable. I think bad news is possible, but not probable. Okay, so let me point out some important things that will help you. First, I'm not pretending that I don't feel anxious. If I told you I don't feel anxious leading up to a scan, I'd either be lying to you or lying to myself. Feeling anxious isn't a sin. Feeling anxious, it's not a lack of faith. Feeling anxious is being intelligent enough to identify possible danger ahead and being human enough for your body to signal a warning by way of emotion. So here's the important thing. You must feel the anxiety. You must say to yourself and to God, I know this thing that I fear is possible. If not, you'll be stuck in a state of denial that will disconnect you from reality. Denial will distance you from others, from God, and even from yourself. Denial is dangerous. Allowing yourself to feel anxious may feel scary, but in reality, denial is much more dangerous. Denial is dangerous. Another important thing to point out. Peace is waiting on the other side of anxiety. If Jesus is with you, peace is in front of you. Anxiety is temporary, but the peace of Jesus remains. Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore. If you admit that you feel anxious while still holding on to the hope of peace, peace will prevail. Peace will prevail. Here's how it works. Number 1, you have to admit that you feel anxious. Number 2, hold on to hope that peace will prevail. And number 3, say to yourself, what I fear is possible, but not probable. Because Jesus is with you, you can be full of hope and authentically say, what I fear is possible, but not probable. On Good Friday, Jesus anticipated the pain, agony, and shame of his execution. He felt so anxious that the Bible records him sweating drips of blood. It's a medical term called hemidrosis. And to his followers, it seemed that their worst fears became reality. Jesus was executed. Jesus was killed. Mankind killed God's son, but God had other plans. The impossible became possible. 3 days later, the Spirit of God resurrected the body of Jesus and redeemed the worst day in history. God's resurrection power is at play in our lives as well. If you have faith in Jesus, then you also have the Spirit of Jesus, and the Spirit's resurrection power is active in your life. Therefore, you can say, I feel anxious. I anticipate peace will prevail. What I fear, it's possible, but it's not probable. Even if I face the worst, God will redeem it. What uncertainty are you facing? What's making you feel anxious? It's okay to feel what you feel. It's okay. You're okay. You are okay. Even in uncertainty, you can walk with peace. You can say, I feel anxious, but I anticipate peace will prevail. What I fear is possible, but not probable. And even if I face the worst, God will redeem it. Go in peace. Be blessed, my friends.